What do a farm boy, a car for the masses, and a failed jungle utopia have in common? Throw in some wild ideas, genius-level innovation, and a dash of controversy, and you've got Henry Ford, a man who changed the world, one cranky assembly line at a time. Humble beginnings and a rocky start. Born on July 30, 1863, Henry Ford grew up on a farm in Dearborn, Michigan. As the eldest of 6 children, Ford disliked farm life, often avoiding chores and spending time tinkering with machines instead. His early fascination with mechanical objects, including clocks and farming tools, set the stage for his future endeavors. By 16, Ford left the farm for Detroit in search of work, but his initial attempt was a failure. He lost his first job within 6 days. Despite this setback, his father recognized his potential and secured him a position as a repairman at a local machine shop, where his passion for machinery flourished. This role allowed Ford to gain hands-on experience with complex machinery, further fueling his curiosity and ingenuity. His determination to learn independently was evident as he spent hours experimenting and mastering mechanical systems. These early experiences played a pivotal role in shaping Ford's mechanical acumen. They also set him on a path to revolutionize the automotive industry in ways no one could have imagined. Early experiments and the birth of a dream. Ford's natural talent for mechanics became evident during his teenage years when he started repairing watches. However, his fascination truly ignited when he saw a steam-powered tractor in Detroit, promising himself he would one day create a similar machine. After working various jobs, including with Westinghouse as a steam engine repairman, Ford began experimenting with horseless vehicles. Although his early attempts with steam engines failed due to their weight, his discovery of lightweight gasoline engines in the 1890s provided the missing piece to his vision. This discovery shifted his focus entirely toward creating a practical, roadworthy vehicle. Ford's relentless experimentation during this period honed his engineering skills and solidified his dream of mass-producing automobiles. These foundational experiences laid the groundwork for the revolutionary innovations he would later introduce. The quadricycle and the first steps into automobiles. In 1896, Ford completed his first gasoline-powered vehicle, the quadricycle, constructed from bicycle parts and a small engine. Though rudimentary, it showcased Ford's engineering prowess and laid the groundwork for his automotive ambitions. By 1899, he founded the Detroit Automobile Company with the help of investors. However, the company dissolved after just 2 years due to disagreements between Ford and shareholders over quality versus profitability. Undeterred, Ford focused on designing lightweight race cars, which led to significant victories and enhanced his reputation. His success in racing not only restored his confidence but also attracted the attention of new investors. These achievements demonstrated his ability to combine engineering skill with innovative ideas. They also solidified his belief that lightweight, efficient designs were the future of automobiles. This marked a turning point, setting the stage for the creation of the Ford Motor Company in 1903. Ford Motor Company and the Model T Revolution. In 1903, Ford launched the Ford Motor Company, his third business venture. Determined to create an affordable car for the masses, he introduced the Model T in 1908. Durable, reliable, and easy to operate, the Model T revolutionized transportation. Ford's real breakthrough, however, was his innovative assembly line system inspired by the efficiency of slaughterhouses. By standardizing tasks and using interchangeable parts, he reduced production time dramatically, allowing the Model T's price to drop from $850 in 1908 to under $300 by the 1920s. Over 15 million Model Ts were sold, making it one of the most successful cars in history. This mass production process not only transformed the automobile industry, but also set the foundation for modern manufacturing. The affordability of the Model T made car ownership accessible to the average American family. It also spurred the development of roads, infrastructure, and suburban growth across the United States. Transforming the workplace. The 5-day work week. The rapid pace of assembly line work led to dissatisfaction among Ford's workers, resulting in high turnover rates. To address this, Ford introduced radical changes in the workplace. He doubled wages to $5 a day, reduced shifts to 8 hours, and implemented the 5-day work week. Revolutionary practices at the time. These changes not only improved worker morale, but also attracted top talent and boosted productivity. Ford's actions set a precedent, influencing labor policies across industries and establishing a framework for modern employment practices. Challenges and controversies in leadership. Despite his success, Ford's leadership style often created friction. His refusal to modernize and innovate beyond the Model T eventually led to declining sales. His son, Edsel Ford, tried to introduce new designs, but Henry's resistance stifled these efforts, damaging both their relationship and the company's position in the market. By the late 1920s, the Ford Motor Company was trailing competitors like General Motors and Chrysler. It wasn't until 1927 that Ford reluctantly agreed to replace the Model T with the Model A, which offered improved features and design. However, the Great Depression forced Ford to lay off workers and reduce wages, tarnishing his reputation as a worker-friendly employer. The failed utopia, Fordlandia. In the late 1920s, Henry Ford embarked on an ambitious project to establish a self-sufficient rubber plantation in the Brazilian rainforest, aiming to secure a steady supply of rubber for his automobile empire. Dubbed Fordlandia, the settlement was designed to replicate small-town America, complete with homes, schools, hospitals, and recreational facilities. However, the venture was plagued by poor planning, harsh environmental conditions, and worker unrest. Strict rules banning alcohol, tobacco, and local cultural practices alienated the workforce, culminating in a violent revolt. Ford's lack of understanding of the tropical environment led to crop failures, further dooming the project. Despite investing millions, Fordlandia was abandoned, leaving behind ruins that stand as a symbol of his ambitious yet deeply flawed vision of industrial and social engineering. Ford and anti-Semitism. A dark legacy. Henry Ford's anti-Semitism remains one of the darkest aspects of his legacy. Through his newspaper, the Dearborn Independent, he published articles blaming Jews for societal issues, which were later compiled into books, including The International Jew. These writings inspired Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, with Hitler reportedly keeping Ford's portrait in his office. In 1938, Ford accepted the Grand Cross of the German Eagle, the Nazi regime's highest honor for a foreigner. His German factories continued operating during World War II, allegedly supporting the Nazi war effort by producing vehicles and equipment. Reports suggest Ford may have used forced labor from concentration camps, further tarnishing his reputation. These actions contrast starkly with his industrial innovations, making his legacy deeply controversial. Decline and the end of an era. In 1943, Henry Ford's son Edsel died of stomach cancer at 49, leaving a leadership void at the Ford Motor Company. Edsel had pushed for modernization, but Henry's controlling nature often stifled his efforts. Despite his declining health, Henry resumed control of the company at 79, leading to erratic decisions and instability. Under his leadership, Ford lost market share to competitors embracing innovation. Many believe the stress from Henry's harsh treatment contributed to Edsel's premature death. The company also struggled to recover in a rapidly changing post-war economy. By the time of Henry's passing in 1947 at 83, the company, while influential, had fallen from its former dominance. His final years were marked by an inability to adapt to change and a tarnished reputation, overshadowing his monumental achievements. Nevertheless, the foundations he laid allowed Ford to remain a significant force in the auto industry. A mixed legacy, innovation, and controversy. Henry Ford's contributions to the automotive industry and modern business practices are undeniable. He pioneered the assembly line, introduced fairer labor conditions, and made automobiles accessible to the average person. However, his racist ideologies, oppressive management style, and involvement with the Nazi regime cast a shadow over his achievements. Today, the Ford Motor Company remains a global leader, embracing modern advancements like electric vehicles. While Ford's story is one of ambition and genius, it also serves as a cautionary tale about the complexities of power and legacy. Henry Ford's life is a reminder of how innovation and success can coexist with deep flaws and controversies. His impact on industry and society endures, but his darker actions cannot be ignored. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of Henry Ford, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Drop a comment below on what surprised you the most. Was it the cars, the controversies, or Fordlandia? See you in the next video.